Welcome back in. It's Monday. Parker, Steve Sipple, Lincoln Journal-Star, HuskerExtra.com. 2-minute drill if you missed 4 downs. We talked about the latest with Thomas Fedoni, scrimmage structure, at least what we know about it so far, a couple other things, including 2 of the 4 transfers that talked today, Sipple. We're going to talk a little bit more generally about that group right now because there's 10 of them. Division I transfers here for spring ball, a couple of junior college guys as well. They're a big part of what Nebraska's tried to get done this spring. Obviously going to be important pieces, several of them, when the season starts this fall. What did you gather just from talking to a couple of them so far today?
Well, one thing that you gathered just in an overall sense, an overarching sense, is confidence. I mean, they brought in dudes that are really confident. Tommy Hill, for instance, the transfer corner from ASU. I mean, come on. What we're talking about here, I hope people understand. We talked about Trey Palmer, now we're talking about Tommy Hill. Those are starters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Those are starting players.
Yeah.
Tommy Hill will be a starting corner, and when you talk to him, you really understand why.
Yeah.
He loves man coverage. He said, I want to be on an island. I want to be matched up against Trey Palmer. 50% of the time he beats me, 50% of the time I beat him, but that's what I need.
Yeah.
And by the way, Tommy Hill, bigger than I thought. I don't know what they list him as, but he's a pretty big corner.
Yeah.
And he's got super long arms.
Yeah.
Looks like an NFL player.
I
don't mind saying that either. I know that sounds hyperbolic, but he looks like an NFL player.
He was the guy that Travis Fisher loved out of high school. Wasn't able to visit here because of COVID. Ended up going to Arizona State, where was the only place he was able to visit before the shutdown. Now he's here. Yeah, I think he's going to probably play a lot. Trey Palmer was asked about Tommy Hill and said, yeah, he's just like me. He used the term dog, we're both dogs. But he said he loves the competition, that they spend a lot of time talking about, I did this because you did this and all of that. And I think, that the competitive element of it, like you don't know for sure. With a guy like Trey Palmer and Tommy Hill, maybe you have an idea that they're going to, push for a lot of playing time. You don't know exactly what you've got in those guys a lot of times until you get them in your program and you're around every day. But if you can say one thing for the group overall, when you're talking about the 4 guys that were here today, some of the other ones, Hunter Anthony and Kevin Williams on the offensive line, like the competition element of it, there's not a single guy, I don't think, transfer-wise that they brought in that's healthy, that's not at least pushing for a starting role.
Right, and that's why you bring him in. But remember what Scott said in November. If you go back to November, he said the way we're going to try to get this program over the top is to recruit guys out of the portal. Well, you got to give him credit because they got some guys. They got a few of the kind of guys that can probably get you over the top. And now we just got to see if it can all come together.
And that's the thing. So lest you think this is all just a bunch of Kool-Aid, for lack of a better term, Scott talked today about how that offense is still really sort of coming along. Said they've got a lot better at some basic things. They've improved a lot over the course of spring. But he also was not shy about saying that there's a long way to go to try to get ready for August. And so this is part of the big challenge, right, is taking all of those pieces and fitting them together and having it actually work right away in the Big Ten is a lot different conversation than saying Tommy Hill and Trey Palmer are talented guys.
Well, and not only that, is when we talk about Tommy Hill and Trey Palmer and Anthony Grant, et cetera, I'm just saying, I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I'm just saying they're the guys that they're going to be out there.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying that means they're going to push them over the top. But these are the guys that are going to be out on the field.
Yeah. There you go. They'll be out on the field on Saturday, April 9th at Memorial Stadium for the Red-White Spring Game. We'll have a ton of coverage this week on all kinds of stuff. So keep it tuned to journalstar.com/Huskers for all the latest. Thanks for watching.